Hey guys, welcome to the Tuesday stream. We're back playing Kerbal Space Program. It's amazing, and we're here to try and clean up some of our contracts down here. You can see that we've got a few little oddballs that have been sticking out since for a very long time now. We've got to try and take a few crew reports up at the moon, and we've also got a scientist that wants to go around and do some stuff. Hey Luna, how are you doing? Welcome to the chat. Hope everything is going well with you. It's going fairly well with me. Oh, it's a little bit cold here though. I've got a chilly hand. It's making building a rocket a little bit slower than I would normally like. I was kind of hoping that I would have an entire system together here, but we're going to send this guy to the moon. Yes, as I say, this is a little bit overkill for just orbiting the moon. I understand that. Hey, Great Goat on Fire, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well and wise. Oh, beautiful. I'm just going to have a quick sip of tea. Well, maybe I should have paused that. Maybe I should have muted that. That was definitely a little bit more slurpy than I was headed for. I can do nothing but apologise. But I think we've got an entire lovely looking vehicle here. It doesn't have any monoprop, but honestly, we're not doing any docking. I don't think we have to worry about that. Saying that, let's get rid of all that monopropellant out of there. Okay, beautiful. We need to build some sort of lifting stage on the underside of this. Something powerful enough. Can I... Nah, that's the rotatatron. That's not what I want. I want to be able to move stuff. Yeah, so we want to try and take this all the way to the moon. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do that with the power of the giant rockets, or at least the largest rockets we've got. Have we managed to get ourselves better engines yet? I was kind of hoping we'd had the skippers by now, but I don't think we do. No, okay, so we're going to have to make a Reliant stack again. I think somewhere in here we have a sub-assembly 1.8. Does this have what it takes? Does this have what it takes? Let's have a look. We pop that there, and let's see what we got. 8,000 delts. It sounds pretty good. I think that's nearly an interplanetary mission, 8,000 delts. Correct me if I am wrong there, but I'm feeling pretty strong about that. Okay, so we've got lights pointing upwards. We've got lights pointing down. We have the first tank only doing a 600. Hey, how's it going? Kerbal contract program? You got it, man. You got it. All right, cool. Hey, Jackson. How's it going? I think we're doing all right. I think... this is the stage. Like, at what point do we want to be on our way to the moon? Let's have a look. It's not that stage. It's stage 5, and we've still got... I mean, that's taken us up to 2,500. And has something gone wrong with a stage somewhere? Hang about. Let's have a look. Let's just check our staging, as the great Prophet Manly once told us all. Sorry I have to say this, but there's kind of an argument on this server. It's kind of heated. Oh, man. I unfortunately cannot deal with it right now. Is it between... there are no elder council on board. Okay, I will get to that as soon as I can, man. I will... but there is an argument on the server. No, not the server actually arguing. The argument on the server. Well, all right. I have to deal with that at some point, but unfortunately we got to get on with this. This is what my time slot is for. I almost knew for definite that something would go wrong if that was... if I came off to do stuff, but whatever. Okay, so that then pops from there. This then fires. I think actually this is a fair one. 8,000. I'll take it. Let's launch. Who do we have in the cockpit? That's a very important. We're not going to take Gustos. No, he's a strong pilot, a very capable pilot. But as you can see, he's already done a flyby of the moon. We need to take someone who's not done a flyby of the moon. Let's take our man over here, Dongon. What a great name. All right, launch it out. Yeah, definitely. Well, as long as people aren't gonna start griefing each other, blowing stuff up and such forth. People argue. That's the thing. All right, let's turn the chat window on as well, because unfortunately I had a little bit of problem with the chat window. Hey, hopefully it will update at some point. No, wait for the program to respond. Come on, don't crash on me. This would be a terrible, terrible time. Well, I can't get on Minecraft right now, but is it serious? Yeah. Give me your lungs, my child wants them. All right, let's have a look. Let's see what we've got here. I think this should be... Oh, look at those vapor trails. I put them in. There's a little, actually, much on my machine, maybe? I don't know. All right, we're going that way. That way, indeed. I don't see a moon in the sky. Do you guys see a moon in the sky? No, I don't. Okay, those vapor trails are actually a little bit more taxing than I thought they would be. I've got a feeling something is a little bit more straining on my PC than normal. Okay, the one inside me makes some trouble. Small one does great. He even wished for a sister. Oh, nice. And the big child got a small promotion and earns now even more green stuff. Nice. All right, cool. Flying. Full throttle. 3, 2, 1. Go. Alpha Gamer is a new name. Okay, we are taking off. It is going well, going strong. I'm going to carry on just flying like directly upwards for the moment. I sometimes feel that this is the better plan. I was kind of expecting there to be a drop of stage by now. I kind of thought that would actually happen. Doesn't look like it has. Okay, I've just pulled a little bit off of central. Oh, that was too far. And then bounced back, because what I want to do, please just stay in the right direction, is start falling towards the horizon, but sort of that way if possible. Is that too much? Okay, we've lost the stage. Here goes. Successful. Nice. Hey, another 3. How you doing? Cool. We're doing well. We are flying to the moon. We're going to go tidy up some contracts, because we have a few contracts over here that need tidying up. In particular, at the moment, we are going to be working on this. No, this one. If I just leave it open in the corner, that should hopefully help us with, mission orientation. The color yellow is discount green. It's true. It's true. Well, you could say green is bumper yellow. Sort of yellow plus, if you will. Yeah, I like the idea of that. I like the idea of that. Mun or Minmus? We are going to the Mun. We're going to the Mun. We're just going to do a couple of flybys, because there's some contract objectives that need to be met. Ooh, yeah. And then we're gonna start flying off elsewhere. We're literally gonna tidy up all these objectives so we can get some very purposeful thing. Just curious, what would you do if you met an entitled parent? Laugh at them a lot. Remind them that, the fact that they... Luna's probably going to disagree with me here, but the fact that they had a child does not make me beholden to their wants. Actually, I should imagine that most sane parents would agree with that. Okay, that's not very helpful. People texting me right now asking to come around. All right, cool. The flight is going well, but we are definitely too far upwards. I'm trying to push over in a way that won't make us just spin out horribly. I suppose it's kind of helpful, as we've only got sort of two planes of orientation when it comes to the fins now, which is a little bit cool, but also a little bit of a shame. Okay, let's go. Hey, Twitchi, no, I can't help right now, Cubic. I am in the middle of doing stuff. I can. I may have invited 2 of my friends to your server, and they're trying to agree. Dude, like, what is it with people inviting friends and... This is not ideal timing, but let's try and deal with some things, shall we? Let's try and deal with some things. It's going to ask me to log back in. Miss isn't about... Hopefully this can just cruise its way up. So what names am I doing here? I can't get a list from the front. I need some names. I need like character for character names, and we have gone far too high now. Beautiful, wonderful. Sorry about this, guys. I've just got to do a bit of typing. Alright, that should help us. Any other troubles, I will sort that out. Okay, All right, are we facing the right way? We are. Let's do this. That's very important now that we're up nice and high. Extend all those solar panels. Right, let's get back onto the screens that matter. Okay, there we go. Job done. Everything's good. And we're going to the moon. Where is the moon? Let's find the moon. That's the next important bit. It's around here. So, of course, it's right behind off. All right, we'll have to try and do something about that. As soon as I get to player files, I can do the other one as well, but I've got rid of one of them. It's always a shame when you invite some people to a server. I just absolutely necked my tea. That's not going to be good. I'm going to have to pay for that soon. Yeah, it's always a bit of a shame when you invite a friend round and then they're not quite the person that you thought they were. I've had this situation a couple of times in the past myself. I get it. It happens. Okay, let's go this way. Necked. So, like, drank it all in one go. Glug, 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 glug. Yeah, necked. I don't know why it's that. Could you put that name in a text document for me, Wise, and ask me to check after the server, after the stream, sorry. You just know I'm going to forget. But if we could do that, that'd be great. Man, the lighting engine now is just amazing. I suppose that's Scarrow, actually, isn't it? But look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Screenshot got time, I think. F2, F1. That was DM. Yeah. DM sounds great, mate. Great, mate. Okay, let's put ourselves a thing. So, for those of you that use trajectories, you can use trajectories. All you need to do is open the file that contains it, go into the plugins folder, and there's something called like trajectory 16, something like that, for the 1.6 release, right? And you just need to copy that file and call it 1.7, and that's it. That's all of it. It's raining like crazy. Droplets as large as an eyeball. Wow. There's so much water coming down. That's the thing. Am I excited about the new DLC? Yes, I am. And let me tell you why. Because there's lots of people out there being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're ripping off Infernal Robotics. I can't believe they're doing it. Infernal Robotics has not been updated for years. Like, everyone's like, oh, but it still works. No, it doesn't. Have you tried to make a rover with an arm? No, you can't. It doesn't work. It just straight doesn't work. I get that the base concept is there, and like that it would be good if they gave them a little like tip of the fedora in the credits, right? But the functionality that they're bringing in, apart from the deployable science, which is like technically KIS, but you know, whatever. Most of the functionality that they're bringing in is from dead mods that people want back. So I'm all about it. Also, things on the planets to go look. Now, unfortunately, like, it's what people have been asking for forever, right? So I can see that's why they're like, oh yeah, well, we'll do that, because that's what everybody's asked for, extra points of interest and stuff like that. This is like huge chat over here. Let's bring this back. No, I see what the wrong is there. Okay. What was going? Yeah, but. The new points of interest are only going to last people so long, right? Until everyone's like, oh, you know what? I don't like that. I don't want to do this anymore. I've done this 1,000 times. Because, you know, people have been to the different planets hundreds of times. Some people. And for those that haven't, they're going to be like, oh, it feels like hundreds of times. So, yeah, all in all, I am super about the new DLC. Everyone's like, oh my god, Take-Two have taken over, and now suddenly we're getting paid for DLC, and you know, that's the thing, right? The plan is to go and do this observational survey. I need to get a crew report whilst in orbit. That's nice and easy, and then we're going to try and get this scientist his science, because I hear scientists like science. And then I don't know. That's 2 objectives, and we're generally not very good at. I say we. I'm not very good at finishing 2 objectives in a row. So we'll see. There's 2. If you guys can come up with a crazy plan that we can enact, I really want to get the claw so we can do this Sobek contract, so we can go and give him a little refill, and the scientific lab, so we can just open up the entire tree and get on with the crazy stuff, right? Remaking your Minmus base. What a great idea, man. What a great idea. Right, Mun clear up. Here we go. Set as target. We're going this way. Almost certain. Almost certain. Not entirely, but yeah, look at that. Bam, nailed it. Now the only thing we've got to think is, like, where are our... You know what? No. So, because I'm not sure where we're going, I could click over to the planet. Let's have a look. Look, I could click over to the moon, right? We could... I'll be like, okay, so there's my entry point, and I need to try and land there. So we're gonna finesse these maneuver nodes to try and get us into a very nice orbit. Nah. That sounds like a lot of work. What I'm actually going to do is move into the moon sphere of influence with the minimum possible velocity, which puts me in like a ridiculously eccentric orbit. And I'm all about that, because that is one of the ones that is cheapest to change inclination of. And there's one thing that's expensive in Kerbal. It's the inclination changes. Might leave a soon stream. Prepare for tomorrow's first aid and CPR. Yeah, no, good shout, man. Be sorted for that. EL is a wonderful mod. Makes trips for the live less annoying. EL? Oh, extra launch pads or whatever it's called. Yeah, I can definitely see why that would be a thing. Okay, we got distance to travel, but it should be easy. I'm wondering how long the burn... I can't really see that behind the glow of the atmosphere. Alright, let's bring it back in. Something like that. That looks good. Now, knowing Kerbal, I'm actually going to go down a little bit from it and be like, that's where I want to be. Okay, beautiful. Move the you and your easy fixes and over 3. How dare you? So it's only a minute burn time, but that's with these engines. What happened? I do like this little like pinch. totally inadvisable in an actual rocket, but works all right here. Could you imagine? I can imagine the aerodynamic forces there. It would be shaking back and forth. There'd be like little eddies set up and like kicking back and forth into that. That'd be horrific. All right, let's move into the dark side. It's actually a little bit further. Okay, let's see this. The ability to give someone money does not necessarily make them a good moderator, wise. Like, maybe for the mods, I hear what you're saying there. But yeah, that's that. Alright, what are we doing? Where are we going? We are off to the moon. Hi and welcome. Who are you hi and welcome into? Oh, you do moderator. Yeah, you do, but you're not in Minecraft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, this is going to be like a ridiculous burn anyway, because we're going to burn through this fuel, drop this up. I just realised we've left like horrific space trash behind us, right? All right, let's get this moving. Actually, you know what? We might actually finish most of this burn. Let's wait for that to disappear before I then go fire. It'd be nice if one day, oh man, we could put a bunch of Separatrons facing backwards, and then as we boost away or do our stage or whatever, we can Send it backwards. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Should do that next time. Should do that. Some mean person called City Guard on me because I parked on the grass patch next to our build. Oh, dude. Also, cars are heavy. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call someone on that. I'd make comments to my girlfriend about it. That would be a thing. Yeah, I agree. Great Goat on Fire. I agree. Like, I was expecting other people to be on the server, and then those people were like, "What? No, I got work." I was like, "Oh, okay, fair enough." Can't argue with that. Okay, let's come on over here, and now we're gonna do our fine tuning to try and get into the right spot. Oh, this is horrific. Where's the landing zones? That is mildly horrific. So what we need to do. So the reason it's mildly horrific is like the periapse is kind of like right over the top of them, which means that when we slow down here, we're actually bringing. Let's do it. Bringing the opposite side down, which by the time we get round there might actually end up being the right one. Let's bring it down. Let's. I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to also. That's some wording. I'm gonna go with that. We'll go with this one. I will go. Hey, please warp to the next maneuver node. Well, warp here. We've got a fairly good intro. Yeah, fairly good insertion angle. They got mad and told us we will show you. Okay, because the kids were behaving way too loud under the window, so we asked them to either leave or be quiet. I see. Are you smart enough for rocket science? So I can. Wait, what? Muntrip 1. 3 Kerbals are hungry for what? Have we not brought them back? We've not brought them back. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Oh, that's also mildly horrific. Okay. I mean, people haven't wasted any science because there wasn't any science there. But that's still not good. I'm going to be getting fined, right? Maybe we'll have to go and rescue them. I mean, like, obviously we're going to have to go and rescue them, but might have to do it whilst we're in orbit around the moon. Yeah, let's go and find out what's going on with them. Like, this mission is good so far. It's going well. So let's break and make with the safeties. Let's go to the Space Center. Let's go and have a look. Remember what's going on. So Muntrip 1 is somewhere. Let's go and have a look, shall we? 3 Kerbals. So I can sit and work out the mathematics for rocket science. So if that's what you mean, like, there's a big difference between science and engineering, right? I couldn't build a turbo pump, but I could probably like tell you what pressure it could contain, given time and a bit of research. Tracking station off to Muntrip 1, hey? Alright. You splashed down far too far away, right? Let's have a look. Let's see where they're. Oh, they're in between the desert, aren't they? Oh, it's your grass. Hello. That's even better. That is even better. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. We have got a bunch of Kerbals in a tiny, tiny pod. Where are they? Oh man, they overshot. Look at this. Yeah, that is this surface, isn't it? Oh man. If you got chance to revert back in time for 1 year only, would you do it? Nothing will be carried over, but only your knowledge of what happened during that 1 year. Yeah, probably. Probably. I haven't really. She has been alright. But I could definitely have done it better. Okay, so we need another one of those wet planes that can take 3 people, right? We need another one of those wet planes that can take 3 people. Back to the Space Center and let's see what's going on. So how do we fit 3 people in a plane? Do we have a central corridor, what's the word I'm looking for? Central fuselage. We have central fuselage for Kerbals to get in and out of, and then just engines around the outside, right? Yeah, you know, like real life. I'm not sure if there's a water boat thing yet. Pontoons would be great. If we could get some pontoons on the go. Let's have a look. We've got ground. Any of these like water-based asymmetric landing gear? Nah. I mean, slant landing gear. They're pretty good. So an idea for you can make a wish for list material you might need for whatever you're planning. I'm about to release the video that I've been recording all week, and one of the things that I go into is where I want to put like some of the boards that talk about that sort of stuff. All right, let's think about this. We need to get some people on, right? So we need to have a pilot. What's this? How many people could? That's too long. It's too long for the amount of space. Like this might only carry 1 person, but it fits, right? And then what about you? How many can you fit? You only fit 1. That's not what we want. Let's get the not the hitchhike canister. What's the other one called? The one that's got passenger, crew cabin. Crew cabin. We'll go with that. Crew cabin. What a name. What a name. Now what else do we need? That's cool, man. That's cool. I get that. Wise would love to make a seaplane for me, but he is like half asleep. Yeah, it's cool. Thanks though, man. The thought is muchly appreciated. So where is my engine nacelle? Where are my engine nacelles? I mean, I'm wondering like how much fuel we actually need to put on a plane like this, because we're only going across the water, right? yeah. I mean, if you could work on that as your mutant power, that would be great. If your mutant power could be to pick your own mutant power, oh man, that'd be pretty badass, right? So, do I want to put fuel tank in the middle, and then engine nacelles on the side, nacelle in the middle? Yeah, let's do that. Let's take that out of there. Let's go for some fuel tanks. We've got to have some Mark 0 somewhere, Mark 1 even. Mark 0 there. God, where's that Mark 1? Is that Mark 1? Size 2. Oh wow, that's huge. That's huge. Maybe we don't have the Mark 1 right now. Okay, let's do this instead. Let's slap one of those on. No, that's too long. too long. Let's slap one of these ones on, and then we'll reduce the amount of oxidizer, because who needs oxidizer when we're staying on Kerbal? And put one of these on the back, and then these either side. Oh, I'm about to make something horrific that's going to make people feel ill when they look at it. Then we want to have some nose cones. Blatantly, we want to have some upwards tilted nose cones. Or do we want to have... No, we want those ram scoops, right? I won't have them yet, will I? I won't have them. Okay, well, let's just have some circular intakes on the front anyway. And then on the back here, we want to have panthers? Question mark? Bam. Okay, good. No worries, but flooding. Oh, wow. Okay, but laters, Luna. Good luck with whatever that is. All right. Out liquids. Brilliant. 1.5 hour into the stream. Not the way I really should have done it. Okay, so we've got this weird little stumpy thing. This doesn't quite look how I want it to look, so let's try and make this look a little bit more presentable. And kind of like this profile. You might have noticed that I like these profiles. I do this one quite a bit. And then on the back here is where we're going to put this. Ooh. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's put this over here. I'm not complaining about being a goat on fire. A goat that is also fun, just burning goat that can also watch unreleased YouTube videos. Okay, well, fair enough. Alright, how are we going to get this to land on the water safely? With many wing, right? That's kind of how it works, is if you have a lot of wing, you can fly slowly, right? Is that how it works? Kind of feels like how it works when playing. And then we'll put another one down here, and we'll just see what horrors this actually has made. Look at this wooden connector tip. In the word that I'm looking for is aerodynamic overlay. Yes, in the aerodynamic overlay. Something like that, something like that. Oh man, it almost wants to line up already. Let's just kind of slide that back there, and we can have glitchy wing. Oh, I love that. I English a lot. I'm not sure if you've noticed. That is a lot of wing. Is this going to smash when we get into the water? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. We'll put some front canards on, right? Put some front canards on. What do we have that work like that? Somewhere there are some actual canards, right? I hope. We might not actually have them yet. Tail fins don't really make good nose cones. Maybe Delta Dulux winglet. Maybe we want to kind of like attach that here, but obviously not actually here. We want to move this out of the way of the door. That's a little much. That is a little much. What do people think? I think that's a little much. I think that's a little less much. What's an English muffin? Well, that's what the Americans call a... no, it's not a scone, is it? I don't know, we call them muffins. Okay, back here I need some ailerons to be. Didn't even know. Did not even know. So that one, okay, that looks pretty good. I have no idea whether that's inverted or the right way up or what. Okay, so these are all about the pitch. These are about pitch and roll. I think that's how that works, right? Then we want some tail planes on the back. Confirm my terrible plane design is terrible. Like that. I mean, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Let's try and do something about this. Now, obviously, if it's got your control, it wants to be like back, right? Yeah, because like it's levers, right? It's levers. See the distance here. Okay, does this look like it might rescue? It's not going to rescue 3 people, is it? It's only going to rescue 2 because I'm an idiot. Seat 1, seat 2. Can we fly this via the power of magic? No, of robot. I'm hoping we can. I'm hoping we can. We don't have one of the large robot cores, do we? No, where's another place to slap one then? It's tiny. It's tiny, but not quite as tiny. I mean, we could just do... I don't have the tiny cubic octagonal. I was going to do something crazy, but I don't have that way. Magic. I think magic might be the thing that we end up doing. I want to attach... As I'm sure you guys can tell, I want to attach a probe core to the front so that we can have it control and then thing. Did you see that more Kerbal DLC is coming? Yeah. Super looking forward to it. As I say, they are reviving a lot of dead mods, if you will. So I am all about that. How about structural tubing this one, right? And then we put this back together. What does that do to the profile? That's nothing to worry about. Now we've got this space in here that we can attach stuff to. Or do we actually... Wait, this is silly. What am I doing? Doing silly things, of course. Payload. This one, the service bay. That's what it's all about. Yeah, then we can just kind of like hide it in there. Yeah, open this up. Let's get the stuff in there. The probe core. I'm going to assume that's just the right way around. Nice. Now we need some electrics. I'm just going to slap 2 of these in the box. Okay, beautiful. We then want some giant solar panels on the wings. If we're not flying during the day, we are not flying. That's basically how it's going to work. I just want to tidy these up quick. Okay, that's looking good to me. Looking good to you guys. I think so. Let's put a Here it is, Kerbal engineering system on here. I'm not sure what my next Delta V is. Alright, buddy, have a good rest. Do well at teaching people how to save people's lives, or learning how to save people's lives. I didn't quite catch which one you were doing. Well done, mate. Well done. Okay, where are we here? Small landing gear. Bam, one of those. Just like that. Nice. And then we can put these... Oh, look. For the first time in, like, forever, we've got somewhere to put some actual landing gear. I kind of want to attach it here. Because if we do this... Let's put that out like that. Take a 3... Not local, but absolute. And then give it a little twist down with that line. Okay, that should be good landings. I feel like we could do with a little bit more down here. Okay, something like that. That might be too much. There we go. Let's try that. Let's try that. I don't know what to call this. This is going out to rescue the people from the moon mission. Nope, I don't know. Bernard's something. Bernard's ostrich. We're not able to take this off yet, are we? What's the problem here? We are at 33 parts. Oh, would you believe it? 33. We can totally make this better. Rescue plane 3. It's not actually the third plane, but it's for 3 people. But peasantry, maybe. The emu farm. Oh, maybe like emu. Something. All right, which one limits the number of parts we're putting down? Okay, we can just drop $250,000 on this, right? Look, bam, gone. No worries. That's exactly what we wanted to do. Okay, and then we go back inside, and this should now make everything all right. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Man, as soon as the load happens. Okay, so having a look, we don't want any crew on this. This is a crewless plane to begin with. It should work out for us. Hopefully we're launching at an appropriate time. I'm looking at what we might have forgot. Parachutes, really. Do we want to cover this thing with parachutes? I think we want to cover this thing with parachutes. Let's cover this thing with some parachutes. We want to put these. So trying to keep the center of balance controlled is the problem here. Also, it looks pretty heavy, right? I'm fairly sure I can put her down at the KSC. It's these water landings that are difficult. So let's try this. I did not change my staging or call it the charitable emu. The other words that sound good emu. Yes. No, I don't want my passengers, thanks. That's not quite what we're after. Okay, where is the sun right now? It's pretty low in the sky, but I'm going to take it. We're going to go M, and we're going to go over... Oh. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. The generous or fancy emu. I'm liking... how about gregarious? It means like friendly. Let's stop this. Not that I'm sure how to spell. Just bear with me a second while I do a quick gregarious. Yeah, that one. Thanks. Rename vessel. It is a plane, of course. Gregarious emu. Not emu. Emu. Alright, nice. Let's just double check that I've got gregarious right. G-R-E-G-A-R-I-O-S. Yep, brilliant. Cool. Brilliant. Got it. Wicked. Gonna accept that. Then we also need to remove that. Should have put these on. Oh well. Should have put them on the word that I'm looking for is the action groups, but we'll live. Let's go. Brakes. Fine controls. Small pull up at 100 meters per second. All right. That was a little severe, but I'll take it. Now we need to kind of like fly this way, and hopefully this will just be a nice, easy cruise on over. Hey Zed, oh look, you've turned up for the plane flight again. We need to go and rescue these guys, these 3 Kerbals in Moon Trip 1. We were in the middle of a moon trip, and then the game reminded me that we have some starving Kerbals out there. Wow, look at the speed this guy is getting already. That is cool. Hopefully this means we are going to be done within a second. Yeah, hey buddy, how's it going? Having good times? I'm having a good time. Playing some Kerbal, flying some planes. The 5-fold mandala of the Emu Benevolence. Dude, what a name. What a name. Oh no, wrong button, this button. I was gonna just drop away all my my HUD there. There's no need for it. Quite a sick looking plane. I enjoy it. It's nice. It's nice. It's gonna take some time though to get out there. I feel it's gonna take some, especially if we're doing it at normal speed. Hang about. Let's get this cranking. Let's get this cranking. I'm not sure what like maximum efficiency altitude cruising rate is for the Panther engines. Yeah, no idea. We'll find out though. We will find out. Now, of course, the real question is, are we going to beat Sunset? Because this is a space functioning plane, not space, a solar functioning plane. A solar functioning plane. It's got some solar panels on the back there, and the sun is up there. So I'm hoping that we're going to do it. Oh, you don't have the energy to function correctly. Might I recommend taurine? But no, that sucks, man. How come you've had a long day? Doing a lot of stuff? Or not. That's also equally as draining sometimes. I legit don't know where these guys are. Okay, we've already got what? 5th of the way. That's cool. That's cool. Let's go prograde. Stabilize. Yeah, 10 kilometers. I feel like we're alright to just kind of go straight, right? That should be fine. Try heating some batteries. What? Yeah, put some zing in there, right? This may have been a little bit too nosedivey. I don't really want to tap the controls at time warp though. I'm sure you can understand why. Gets a little bit crazy. Gets a little bit crazy. All right, let's get a better view of this one. Nice, nice. So it's a fair looking plane. It's literally just got a cargo crew cabin back there. We've got an empty cockpit there. We've got the service bay that holds the actual pilot. We got a probe core in there, keeping these guys safe. And we're off just going to pick up the guys from the last stream. Completely forgot that they were there. Probably should have picked them up during my downtime, but as I say, completely forgot that they were there. Hopefully we can get this finished in just a few minutes and move on. So, they reckon they've got a new mechanism for how the water left Mars. It's all to do with like the global dust storms that kick up, which like they don't know the mechanism for how the global dust storm as opposed to the local dust storm kicks up, which is, you know, an interesting situation to find yourself in. But they reckon that maybe like lofts the water up higher to get like kicked away by solar radiation easier. That's a crazy thing. But that leads me to think like, oh no, I suppose Venus doesn't have much water, does it? It's just very hot. I was going to be like, well, wouldn't all the water have left Venus? But yeah, it kind of has. Kind of has. Okay, we are at the point where we are losing the breath. What do we call it? The oxygen. Something like there. That should be a good approach vector. Obviously, it would be better if we could just like. Oh, look at that! Look how far. Now we're like 2/3 across. Love it. We do look like we might be having a little bit of trouble with the sun, though. Got snacks on board, though. That's good. That's very good. Didn't even think to carry those. that helps immensely. Obviously, we need snacks. I keep forgetting that snacks is a thing. So now, number of hours on standby, 14 hours today. Oh, dude. I've been pretty busy today, actually. It's like the first day of getting back to, like, into the proper swing of recording and stuff. The half term, like the break up from school that the kids have every now and then, ended, and obviously Miss, being a teaching assistant, she went back to school today. Alright, let's see how I don't know how we're going to set down here. Well, obviously we're going to go for that valley over there, right? We're going to come in along the valley. We're moving like 600 meters per second faster, and we've got the wing surface to actually turn whilst traveling this fast. That is amazing. Amazing. Pretty dusky. I'm hoping that we're gonna. Oh wait. We've got power coming from the engines as well. That's good. That's good. All right, we need to drop some of this engine power. I don't know what is appropriate engine power for totally not, like, for just coasting. Not giving yourself any extra oomph, just enough to keep moving. That's kind of where I like to be when I'm coming in for a landing, because of course you're trying to slow down and reach zero just as you hit the floor, right? I mean, that's, well, not just as you hit the floor. You want to hit zero velocity, just not vertical velocity. That's the one. Zero verticality by the time you hit the floor, which at near enough 2 times the speed of sound here is not going to work out quite well for us. All right, let's try and line this one up. I think this is like pretty much the approach vector we took on the way in, right? We need to build ourselves a little system out here with the Kerbal constructs or something, and make it so people can come in and out here. Okay, further down. We are like still 1 kilometer above the terrain. We want to be less than 1,000 meters down. I don't know how deep we want to take it before we're like, okay, now we need to try and perform a landing. I mean, obviously, as low as possible is great, but I don't know if you've seen these hills here. Worried about the hills, but that's fine. We'll just kind of sneak around them somehow. Let's do a quick save, shall we? What's my surface speed? Orbit, surface. Oh, yeah, let's do a quick save. I think surface speed is probably the one we want to go with here. Now, I don't want to land 10 kilometers away. I'm not entirely convinced that I have the water landing skills to pinpoint my landing next to them. I have a feeling mainly that would end in explosions and contact and everyone touching each other in an inappropriate way. An explosive way. Okay, let's get right down over the water. 6 kilometers to bleed off as much speed as we got. You know what? I forgot air brakes. That's the other thing. To be honest, Ed, if you're feeling iffy, I get that. Alright, let's try and bring this one down. A nice gentle arc. I've got my vertical speed that I'm reading there. -5 is a bit much. Ooh, that was some great flare at the wrong time. Let's just turn a little bit and start our proper approach. Oh, they've all fainted from lack of snacks. That means we've got to wait for a minute before they're going to wake up again. 50 meters per second. Still seems pretty scary to be traveling at... What do we break? Did we not? Got both landing gear. Seem to have come to an actual stop. Let's make a save. Okay, let's try and go over there. We've done this one before. Let's just cruise slowly. Say cruise slowly, we're still going to pick up like ridiculous amounts of speed. Well, that was a third throttle, no wonder. Okay, we just got to drift now. Just got to drift. That's fun. Alright, let's keep rolling. What are we going to find? Well, how close? At what point do I stop? Like, we're moving at 14 meters per second. I'm going to cut the engines now. And if I need to slow down faster, I'm going to start, like, swerving side to side. I don't need to swerve down faster. I need to keep my speed rolling a little bit. So I nearly ground to a halt in a few moments there. Okay, that should work out well. What, like, the question is, how far do we want to make our Kerbal swim? Well, I'm so surprised I made that landing in one go. Really think you should get medical attention? Yeah, if it's that bad, man, yeah, totally should. Or you look it up on the internet and get really, really scared about what's going on. You gotta go drive your motor. All right, another 3. Alright, okay, let's just roll this bad boy in. I should not full throttle, that's a bad idea. We're going to full throttle our way out of here. But right now, okay, 300 meters per second might be time to start thinking about not hitting it. Not 300 meters, but 300 meters to go at about 7 meters per second. Probably time to think about not running into it. $200 meters sounds alright. Let's see who we can get out of here. I don't think we're going to be able to get anybody out. Alright, Billy Bob has fainted from lack of snacks. Can't let go, can't climb out. Am slowly drowning though. Inventory, what you got? Look at that, he's packed full of stuff. So I can't let go. We've got exactly 1 minute to wait. We know this. We've done this one before. What happens if I now try an EVAU? The hatch is obstructed. This is legit going to take minutes. Can't trump. Oh, man. All right, man. You go get some good rest. You go get some good rest. Alright, we got a 42 seconds, 43, 44. As soon as that hits 60, we should be good. It's a little annoying that I can't time warp while we're in this situation, but, you know, this was Billy Bobjill, right? He's the pilot. We actually need him to stay sort of not... He needs to be the last one in. I don't know why I got him out first. This was bad timings. Okay, let go and swim. Go, go, go. Exactly 1 minute. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so what is being reflected here right now? I don't know. Alright, before we go swimming, let's get Bill Kerman out, because, you know, he needs to now faint from lack of snacks. And then we're going to start swimming. Good old Billy Bobjill here. Oh, this is maybe I do want to just bring that plane over. 0.8 meters per second, 200 meters to go. Oh, that's terrible. You know what? Let's just do this quick. Okay, we just want to drift ever so slowly. One meter, 2 meters per second. All right, slow it back down. Already like double the speed the Kerbals were moving. Of course, this does mean we're going to have trouble stopping. Let's just try and turn around, see if that does anything. I'm hoping that the thing it does is not kill me. Okay, that looks alright. That looks alright. Right, let's get Billy Bob. Jill, you need to go climb this bad boy. Oh, it's the outline of the plane, look. Ah. Why is it... That's not right, Mr. Scatterer person. I don't know who does Scatterer. Who does Scatterer? Is it looked after by Linux Guru now? Most things are, right? Oh, come on. Up you go. Oh, throw yourself over there. Hey, Callum. How's it going, man? How's it going? Alright, you can stay there. Let's go over to Bill. Have you been a minute yet? Yeah, you've been a minute. Alright, let's get you back over this way. Before we do that, we need to get you outside because you're about to fight from snakes. Okay, cool. This is fine. This is fine. This is exactly as wanted. So we need to now get these people inside the plane. Do a quick save. Try and take off. Hope that we haven't been sat around too long in the darkness for this plane to actually function, because obviously solar powered. There you go. And yeah, then get home and continue with the moon mission that we're supposed to be doing. So earlier on we launched a mission to the moon. That mission to the moon is actually currently on its way. It's actually around the moon right now. Where is my transfer crew? There we go. Transfer back there. Go. Okay, cool. It's currently in orbit around the moon right now, trying to. It will be aligning itself with the targets. Oh, we're not quite at exactly a minute, so we've got to wait for that. I have many books, most of which are bad, many bows. So yeah, I had a look through your things. When I logged on, I noticed that all your chests were full, and I was like, do I kick Brum because his chests are full? One thing I do want to know is, when you logged in, did you have a whole bunch of items at your feet? I did. So you might have noticed there was a dirt block in your fence. That was me. I was trying to see whether the items, when you were like full of chests, were building up or not. Because like, whilst it's one or two people, no problem, but if like 10 people decided to have 25, 30 items at their feet, it gets a little weird. Seriously, man, you know this. Okay, let's board. Bam. Alright, we got to transfer people around first. Transfer crew from here to here. Alright, cool. Now got to get Billy Bob back in. You don't mind if okay, cool. You may very well find yourself with that. I really just want to know rather than have a suspicion, you know. We'll perform some tests at some point. Did I grab any science? Was there any science to be grabbed? Let's get you out and go have a. How could you have fainted from lack of snack? There's snacks in the tin. Legit snacks in the tin. 16, 17, 18, 19. We just got to get through a minute here. So if I go up to ×4, we can just talk through like 25 seconds of rubbish, right? Because you know that's going to be a thing. All right, 58, 59, 60. Exactly a minute. It's amazing how they pass out for exactly the right amount of time, eh? The same amount of time, sorry. Alright, so we got to figure out which side the science we've had in, but we've just had many complaints about them, like, being hungry. So I should imagine all the science is actually gone. But we're going to go find out. We're going to go see if we can get anything from this mission. We do quite often lose some stuff to the snacks. It is the new part of the game for me. I don't normally do... the word is... life support. I don't really want to board. Doesn't look like you've got it. Okay, alright, there is no science. Alright, it was worth checking. Ooh, I thought we were gonna go and drown forever there. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Alright, this is a long swim, but not as long as it was at the beginning. Lol. Okay, what's going on all around? It's all quiet, it's all good. I may not be able to make an auto trasher in future, but not for a while, and kicking is probably the better option. Yeah, I mean, you know, anything that helps improve everybody's experience, you know, but most of us are well versed with that anyway, right? So it's all good. It's all good. All right, F5. All right, so we need to try and take off. I've done an F5 because, you know, it's kind of important. Now I need to KSC, activate navigation. Navigation set. Let's close that. Yeah, I am looking in the right direction. Is that right? Yeah. Whew, wish me luck. I'm going to do another F5 actually. All right, 300 kilometers. Let's go. We've got this. Underwater we go. Or not. Okay, I thought that was going to be relatively simple. Let's pick up some more speed then. Maybe we need the afterburners. Unusual. Okay, alright. Let's X this before we kill everyone. And toggle mode. Toggle mode. I should pull ourselves out of the water. There we go. That is quite a beast. We need to get up to the point where we can just cruise. Something like that looks good. Oh, look already. Look already. This is going to start getting like hot soon. Oh wait, we can just go up at a bit higher angle, right? Let's just try and punch through as fast as we can, and that should hopefully give us a suborbital hop. We might end up going a little bit too far. Let's have a look at our map here and see how far this is actually going to end up. It's doing good. I'm a little bit worried about burning up. Okay, this should be cool. This should be cool. Still traveling faster. As soon as the engines give out, I'm going to turn the afterburners off. I'd really like that to happen in synchronization, actually. I don't know when we're going to... Oh, there. We lost it there. Beautiful. So, toggle mode. And toggle mode. Oh man, we're catching up with the sunset. Also, just going to leave you guys for a moment. Alright, ultra professional moments. Okay, we are flying pretty deep now, pretty deep. This is a little deeper than I was expecting at this point in the flight. Let's pull it up a little bit. Somewhere about there is what I'm after. Alright, cool. We got an ETA of about 6 minutes. We've still got full throttle on the go. The fact that I'm pitching up and down in such a manner is a little worrying, but you know, we'll deal with it. 22 kilometers up, an apoapse of 26. It's being pulled down as I pull back though, because you know that's just how it works. If you're trying to like pull an arc that you're on the downward slope of into an upward slope, you need that top point to come down past you and go back up. So cool. All right, we might be able to watch a sunset again. That would also be pretty cool if we get to watch that. I kind of want this just to be looking at the horizon though. Out of anywhere, that's what I want. Let's hit this button. Quite like hitting that button. Everyone's looking good. Oh, I like this through the side here. Got Bill and Gilly. Billy Bob Jewel at the front. Bill, Gilly, and Billy Bob Jewel. What a team. What a team. Okay, we should be able to make this a bit more level flight now. How far did we actually make it? That's not quite as far as I was expecting to make it. I'm to be honest with you, I was expecting much greater distances. Okay, this looks like a good flight profile. I'm going to kick it up into super high gear and try and fly over that. I noticed that my nose is actually being pulled down a little bit, but I think we should be fine. If I look along our profile, you can see that we're not going to hit a horizon, so this should be good, right? That's how I'm hoping that it's going to work out. Hope should not really be the, you know, your main driving planning process in a space program. But it's the one we've got, so it's the one we're going with. Alright, flying through pretty strong. It's nearly at a sunset again. I bet if we just dropped down that other 10 kilometers, we would definitely have that there. Pushing through the speed of sound, slowly but surely. I am tempted to actually, let's bring the speed down a little bit. Just nudge my nose down a little bit more. Let's build up a little bit more speed before we start reaching for the higher atmosphere again. Man, that is dark on my other screen. How is it for you? Is this just like total darkness? All you can see is the sun. Man, yeah, that's on my screen. This is white and black, but on the streaming screen, that is black and black. That's not the best I've ever seen. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Okay, 400, 500 meters per second. It's pretty dang dark. Okay, let's do this instead. Let's go into the settings. Let's go to my ambient light boost. Let's just push that up just a little bit. Accept that and resume. Has that helped? It's helped a little bit, but not a great deal. But the sunset looks nice. All right, cool. Well, at least we got something going down. Oh, that's the mountains. I'm like, what are these streaks here? But yeah, of course it's the mountains. Okay, so it's good to know that this plane can outrun the sun. All about that. All about that. Okay, let's try and figure out how we can bring this in for a decent landing rather than... Oh, that's the islands, not the mountains, the islands. Okay, bring this down. Turn, quite a sharp turn here. I want to kind of bring myself further around for a better approach. Man, that is very pretty. I like that a lot. Not normally sold on just like extra shading packs or stuff like that, but this is nice. Well, my friend's dog today, we got smacked with the fire hailstorm of the spring. Wow. Well, not yet to have hail here, or at least yet for me to experience the hail. I'm sure it's happening, but not for me. Let's speed this up a bit. Plane flights along. Definitely need. So what other space news has been going on? Anyone know any other space news? Like the whole thing about the dark matter is pretty cool, but I find very, very, very few. Yeah, I thought it was first. It's either first or you had some new slang for fire. Yeah, it was the most fire hailstorm of this year. I say new slang. That's pretty old. That's like 1990s London. Fire. Okay, let's next that scam thing. Oh, but the only scam thing I know of at the moment is the cryptocurrency. Wasn't? Oh no! Oh, the Flight of the Aerospike guys. Yeah, Dimitri comes across as a really nice chap, which you know you got to be worried about, right? Yeah, it's a shame that, but it's like the Mars One crew, right? They're dreaming big and maybe a little bit big for the plans they have. But you shouldn't. Oh, that extruded aluminium part and the the flights that failed like years ago, like 10 years ago or something, and they finally brought out their report, if you will. I should have quick save by now. Let's do that now. Quick save. Yeah, I mean that's pretty serious. Like how? I know you must think that it doesn't really matter, right? How do you come to the decision that you're gonna go and fake stuff on, fake the results on something that's gonna go into the most extreme situation we know about? But people wouldn't do that if they didn't think they could get away with it, right? I'm always interested in the motives behind these things. Okay, this feels horrific. We've got parachutes, so we can totally use them if we need. I still feel like I'm gonna overshoot, you know? Also coming in with a bit of a slant. Parachutes away. Works for me. All right, let's recover that. Wait, brakes. That's I always feel a little bit cheeky using the things right at the end. Let's hope it results in better quality control. Let's hope it results in people who think that they can get away with that stuff realizing they can't. You know, that's always the big thing, all right? It's always the big thing. Alright, let's see what we got going now. Right, we survived the flight. Woo! We got a whole bunch of money back for it, which is probably about what we spent on it. Woo! And we brought back our people. Look at this. Look at this. We've got level 2 people. This is probably like the first crew we're going to be sending to like far-flung regions. Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. That's actually really, really cool. I'm happy that the mission went as well as it did. Yeah, I'm happy. Okay, next thing. We need to try and figure out how to get these moon clear up. So let's do this. This is the one we're after. It's just like, no, you're not allowed to click that. All right, here we go. Gotta wait for the load screen. Literally the worst bit of the game at the moment. So the actual reload, man, that is a time as well. Like loading up the game for the first time. I think that's like an actual 5-10 minute load. Swollen odds. Okay, so the only person we're starving now is Jeb, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. All right, Dongon. We need to figure out how to get you in line with that stuff over there. I mean, it almost looks pretty good, right? I bring this right down. Not quite right down, but bring this down to about there. But at the same time, try and incline? Yeah, incline ourselves like this. Yeah, and we'll do our burn in 3. But you know what? I think I've just set us up perfectly here. Beautiful. I love it. I'll take it. Got to wait some time, but that's good. The fact that the load screen is just black is always a bit worrying. I know, right? And half the time the thing in the bottom corner isn't spinning, but that means that it is tracking towards something. One of the things I hate, one of the most disappointing things I ever learned. One of the facts of life that really sort of changed my worldview. You know when you're loading a video and the little swirly thing comes up? That's not actually tied to anything. That's just another video that they're showing you. It doesn't matter what it's doing. It could have full-on crashed and it will still show you that little spinny thing. It's not like we're watching the data move around or something like that. That destroyed me the day I found that out. It didn't destroy me, but I was quite sad the day I found that out. All right, let's move forwards a little bit in time. Kind of hoping our little chat there would take us along the 2.5 minutes, but it turns out not. Turns out not. All right, we got like a minute to wait. 20-second burn. That's quite a long burn as things go. But I suppose as we are doing an inclination burn as well, then that's just how it works, right? All right, 10 seconds on the clock now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I missed it. No, we're good. We're good. All right, let's keep an eye on this, because the main point here is the inclination. I want to make sure we get that right. I need to like do swoopingness around the pickups there. I'm a little bit worried that actually we're going to have to wait for the next orbit, which means we're actually going to have to be on the other inclination. I think we'll be all right. I'm hoping we'll be all right. Okay, right, we need to drop down here and let's see what the moon's doing at that point. Oh, we need to do something about Jeb actually starving. Mainly because, you know, we're getting reputation hits from that, and that, you know, that's why we don't use DMP, right? Okay, let's try and set this up. Nice little maneuver, add maneuver. Let's just drop it down into a nice, easy to work with orbit. Something like that looks perfect. We need to get like right down onto the surface though, like really right down. And that is not right, is it? We can do it though. We can totally do it though. Let's turn over this way. Let's just quickly do one of those. See, that's a bit more of the angle, but that means we've now got to wait for like a week, a month. Got to wait for a month to do that, and I don't think we're ready for that. So I think what we're going to do, is there a way of measuring? Hey, can I please like just get this back? Alright, it's not working with me. I think what I want to do is go the other way. That's what I'm trying to say here. We're going to wait for it to come around and hit the other side. So let's go to the next one. Yeah, almost perfect. Almost perfect. Let's stop here. Add maneuver. We're going to be doing a pretty severe one. Something like that. No, come back. What's my periaps? No. Okay, 57 is also too much. Just need to balance this just right quick. So I need this to be low enough that we can swoop down and grab this low altitude science here, but I don't want to have it so low that I crash into mountains. So let's try that. That looks good. I wish there was a way of looking at this marker, but we have not leveled people up enough, and to be fair, I think that's why Dongon is here, right? So he's not on. Stop pressing the button for so long. He's not on a flyby already. I think he's on for maybe leveling up once, because he's not done too much already before now. 55 seconds for the burn. I'm hoping that this is going to work out well. We're going to have some fine tuning to do on the other side. I still feel like we've gone too far. Just add a little bit more tilt. Last second mission planning. I'm sure NASA would be proud. 24, 23, 22. Let's just time warp a little bit just to get us closer. We're going to make about a minute's worth of burn. That's fine. Here we go. Hopefully this is going to work out amazingly well. It's always a bit hard with these inclination burns. Like, where do you want your burn? Do you want your burn spread either side of the node? Like, what happens to where the node... Look, you can see that the node has actually drifted away from our orbit now because we're making changes to the orbit at the same time. So I'm not sure whether we were supposed to finish or maybe we were supposed to do just like 25% beforehand so that we kind of like swoop in and get it right. I'm not actually 100% sure on that. If anybody does know, I will take answers in the comments down below. I'm not sure. I noticed that there's not so many people with these types of answers kicking around anymore. It's almost indicative of a game going a little bit stale, right? Okay, here we go. We are close to about... Perfect. I will take it. Yeah, no, the robotic stuff is obviously the stuff that I'm most looking forward to. As you say, most crazy potential, right? Most crazy potential. It really is as well. People are going to be building all sorts of like mechs and stuff. Like people could already build mechs using Infernal Robotics, but now you can put wheels on them, which you couldn't actually do before because the robotic parts interfered with the wheels. Like you would try to move a hinge, like just try and close a door or whatever, and what would actually happen is that your wheel would just get ripped off. Just get ripped off. Right, anyone know what height I'm supposed to be at when we rip through there? Apple Apps is not what I want there. Okay, below 800. This is a terrible place to be trying to get below 800. Okay, maybe we actually want to come further back here. So this is the point where we have to like play around with it a little bit, see what we can and can't get in terms of getting the right periaps. I mean, I am tempted just to do that, and then when we're good, add maneuver, that one, pull it back, something like that, something like that. All right, that's a two-stage maneuver. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. It's pretty cray, but I think we can do it. So what are the new surface features? Sound like they're going to be fun, but as I said at the beginning of the stream, like how often do you go to a monument? How often do you go to one of those points of interest? Not very often. I don't either. Once you've been to them once, you're like, yay, done that. So I think that's going to fall over pretty quickly. And there was one more feature, and I can't remember what it is. If you could remind me there, that would be spiffing. Yeah, I can't actually remember the third one. There was definitely something else that they were like, ooh, look at this. And we're like, yeah, look at that. But at least it's a little bit better. We're still waiting for things to extend the contracts, right, of the missions. This is what people really wanted with the Making History expansion. People were like, "Oh, missions! We get to like do what we want in our contract." But no, that wasn't how it worked out. Not even slightly, unfortunately. All right, 14, 13, 12. We are about to enter our proper countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm going to watch from the map because it's more precise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It should work out pretty well. We've planned well. We're going to try and hit all the things we need to hit. That's a periaps of 8 kilometers. That might even be still too little. I'm not really about that. Look, we need to be like 7.5 for Z9. How do we get it over there? And then more importantly, how do we get it lower? Okay, so there's that. 7. It's just going to keep bringing it up like that, right? There's a super low 7. What's it here? 7.6. Oh, still not quite right, is it? 7.599. If we could just get lower. 6. There. That's the one. Are we dead? No, maybe. But we're going to try it. F5. The deployed science, yeah. So yeah, the deployable science. That, I mean, it's great, but that literally is a mod that's still running. But it's better than not having it, you know. All right, here we go. Falling in heavy. We're going to have to just push for all we are worth when we get there. These do have a higher priority, right? Let's have a look. 10 and 20s. Yep, cool. Let's toggle the lights on. Nice, nice, nice. Turns out we're probably not going to do any landings. Hey, another 3. Welcome back. We need to, like, perform all science. Let's keep what we can keep. Crew report. Recycle. Temperature sand. Just going to recycle all these. Mystery goo. That was what I wanted. Okay, just had to make sure we could get the ones that we wanted. Let's have a look in here. The crew report is ready to roll, but it's not quite there yet. I might even actually just kind of hold that open over this side. Okay, the mission. We are currently plummeting towards the ground. Impact will incur very shortly. I'm not sure how shortly, but that shortly. The rim of that crater over there. But we're waiting. We're waiting until we are below a certain height, below 7,500 meters, so that we can then kick ourselves over in that direction. We've got about 2 minutes on the burn clock, or 2 minutes until the burn clock starts, sorry. 17 seconds for the actual burn. At some point we're going to have to start steering ourselves heavy. We're just going to have to trust in the numbers here, though. Ooh, I'm feeling a little tense about this, to be honest. Feeling a little bit tense. An hour 25 on the stream clock. Wow, really? Felt like that was much later. I thought we were like an hour 50. All right, sweet, sweet. What are we going to do afterwards? Probably start doing some mission planning. 1 minute 27. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. 1 minute to go. 50 seconds. 40 seconds. What is that over there? Bob did it. Okay, cool. 30 seconds. 25. 16, 15, 14, 13. So this is the worst bit. It's because I'm just literally all I can do is wait here 10 seconds now. I can't really speed past it without like endangering the mission. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this. Let's get this. All right, crew report. Go. Counted. Good. Okay, is that good enough? Looks like it. 21. I mean, that might be too much by the time we get there. 8.5. Can we slow down? I want to actually be orbital. Thanks. Just keep that going in that direction. Let's open the Apple apps here and just see where we're going to end up if I just open up here. Okay, that's 7. That's 6. That's super low. We can do this. We can do it. Oh, finally got it. All right. Review report. Is that around somewhere? Okay, here we go. We're about to just pick up this last little bit of science of like objective. This is all we're doing is picking up objectives. Just flying around, like plummeting toward, like falling towards the moon, and then thrusting ourselves back into a different arc that happens to hit the next thing, and falling back down, and then hitting another arc, and finally we should be able to just leave. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen here. We are skimming the surface, exceedingly close, but I think we should be good. Let's spin this like, you know what? I'm supposed to have this open by now. The whole time we were doing all these maneuvers, I wanted that to be open. All right. Well, that's a little annoying. we got some important scientific data to take there, and it turns out I'm just not. Okay, how far away is it? Do I actually have to make a turn? Are we going to be missing this? Okay, there we go. Ooh, I thought we were going to move then. Miss it then. Okay, that's all the ticks. That's all the ticks. All right, the next thing we need to do is get this bad boy home, this science chamber in the middle here. So far, we have failed to do so at any point. failed to get any of that material science back. You're currently launching the workshop for the beta. Oh, dude, going strong. Okay, let's see what's going on with this. Obviously, I don't want to kick into too much of an eccentric orbit, but at the same time, I do want to leave and not come back. Alright, what's this? 800? I think we can go from 800. I mean, we could probably extend it a little bit more. Turn this around this way a little bit more. Oh, look at that. What's that? That is a highly inclined orbit. Hopefully we can do this and get rid of that inclination. I'll be worried about how we're now crashing into the planet, but you know, sure it'll be fine. Something like that. There we go. That's much less inclination. Let's go with that. Hey, Monorail Cat, how you doing? Brickbat Collaborative Warfare. Would love to, man, but I am just one person in the system. Just one person, unfortunately. Alright, let's touch this here. Alright, sweet. Sweet. We are about to leave the moon! Then you launch a smelter, a launch pad, then crew, and at a point it'll be functional. Man, that's cool. It's God's plan. If God can put everything in front of me to make that happen again, beautiful. But I think we're probably going to have to look for like a new game to do said thing in. Because, you know, that's good, right? Alright, let's have a look. We got 27 minutes on our burn here. Well, until the burn is ready. In fact, look at this. Look at this. Alright, I don't know which one this is going to click on, so I'm going to go warp to next maneuver there and see what we'll do. Man, we got to do something about Jeb. I mean, are we going to kill him or what? How can he make his own food? How can we send him something to stop him complaining so much? If we can set up just a small garden, that'd be great. Okay, we got a 3-minute burn to do. Are you kidding me? Oh no, burn time, there we go. 59 seconds. Oh, we're a little unbalanced here. That's alright. It's alright. Let's just ease our way back. Okay, 29 seconds to go till the final burn, and then we got to figure out what we're going to do for the last 20 minutes of stream, because I was expecting this to take up more time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, this should be pretty powerful. Well, actually, it's quite a weak rocket, but it should do well enough. Probably going to end up dropping these tanks at some point. In fact, I'm going to open that and just pop it over. No, that's under the chat. Pop that over there. Just to see playing with a lot of foodie bits. Yeah, maybe. Or just, like, drop him a pod with stuff on. Is that a thing? Should be able to drop a pod with stuff in. Okay, looking good. Let's have a look at the map quickly. I think we're doing okay. Seem to be heading into the same sort of direction. Let's just look over this way. We can eat, chill, and when you want him somewhere, you can just haul his butt over there. Yeah, maybe. Just want to send him, like, you know, four sheets of glass to make a little greenhouse or something. Okay. Here we go. This is where it starts getting a little awkward, because we got to try and like aero brake our way in, right? Oh man, what's this period here? 1 day, 1 hour, which means they're going to be over there somewhere. Can we get that exactly 1 day? Right, let's kill that. Seriously, can I just have this? No, we cannot make it exactly 1 day. It's getting close, but still not right. Spinning uncontrollably. How come? Are we out of power? How are we out? Oh, because of the LV909, right? Also drifting on the dark side of the moon. Do you prefer SRB launches or SRB and LFO? LFO. Liquids, always great. Always great. All about them. Okay, so we got to come out from Eclipse. Oh, what are you? Mine Explore 2. Yeah, we got to come out from Eclipse. We need to. I should have put persistent rotation on. I kind of like persistent rotation as a mod. I think it's a great idea. With the likes of like what am I trying to think of here? The stage recovery and stuff like that. Yeah, with those type of things, stage recovery, maybe real solar system. Stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm feeling that we could just stop when we get down to Kerbin. I don't know about you. Man, that's 10,000 funds just gone. Just while we plummet, you know. look at that scan. That's cool. When launching with both, do you prefer to use the SRB alongside the LFO? No, alongside. So they can carry their own weight, where the SRBs give the bonus. That's kind of how I think about it. Because SRBs are good for either oomph. Well, yeah, they're good for giving you a bit more extra oomph, right? So if I always try to lift purely liquid. But if you're lifting purely liquid, most of the time when you're sat on the launch pad, you don't have what it takes to do what you want to do. Can I bring us about here? That'd be great. Okay, here we go. We're coming on in. We've left the moon sphere of influence. Look at that cluster of communication there. I love it. So every like 3 hours, Jeb complains. So I should be able, in theory, to do this, right? We go add a maneuver. And we go come on into the surface. Bring this into equatorial alignment. Continue bringing this into the Continue bringing this into the surface. And then somewhere here, we've got what we're looking for. Let's try and find it. Oh, we're going up a little too far, so let's bring it down. Oh, look how close we're getting. It's quite a big X. Like quite a wide splash zone. What am I trying to say? Predictive zone. I mean, time acceleration or something. I don't seem to be able to turn myself to look in the right direction. How still no? Oh look, they're kind of. Can we just kind of? So we got this problem where we are trying to be in the middle, but we get no power when we're in the middle. So it swings around one way, it gets a little bit of power when it swings the other way, it swings back, and it just keeps doing that. Hopefully that's good enough now. We've got a bit of power, right? Let's walk to the next maneuver. See what it wants to do. Coming in for one of those sunset landings again. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, time warp 0. Slam this over here. 50 seconds to go. We're not even going to finish the supplementary tanks, are we? Come on, time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 1, go. We're a little over the top. Twitchi, the live incarnation of congratulations, you played yourself. Nah, alright. Are we gonna get? Yeah, we're totally gonna get there. reckons re-entry heat doesn't start till there. I find that interesting. Saw people talking about the inaccuracies of trajectories anywhere other than in Kerbin. I'm like, well, yeah, kind of. I get why it's doing that. The thing with like the heavier atmosphere places, like Eve in particular, is the smallest profile change of your vessel. Like, there's a lot of drag difference between that and that, right? I think that's what most people are having troubles with when they're talking about the inaccuracy. Oh man, come on! This is a long burn. All right, let's do this through the power of time accelerate. Hopefully, we can get something pretty sweet. I really do need to get a probe core or some pilots or something who can just look at the maneuver node direction. You know, look at the blue cross, because that would definitely be helpful. Alright, getting close. Let's have a look back here. Getting to the point where we're going to have to think about dropping these tanks. That'll be very interesting. 20, okay, well, here we go. That's an internal periaps. That's us going back home, whether we want to or not now. 170 meters per second. Oh, please, no. What is this? Hup. Let's turn that off. Let's turn this down to 10%. It's not working the way I want it to work. You know what, that's pretty good though. Let's leave a little overshoot. That way, when we need to do some crazy things, we've got some fuel and we've got some like space to play with. Hey man, welcome back. How you doing? Hope you're having a good time, man. Hope you're having a good time. We're just about to start plummeting back to Kerbin at quite a rate. Hopefully we're getting some solar power, because we are definitely going to need it. And here we go. This is going to start getting toasty pretty soon. We've got a very short re-entry window. Doesn't normally speak well when you've got a really short re-entry window, but we should be fine. Now that we're actually set to collide, what I'm going to do is just quickly spin up and stage those out of there, because they're not really needed. They're not really, and hopefully they'll just burn up. Well, there's no hopefully. They're going to just burn up in the atmosphere. That's ships. Where's my? There we go. There's all my debris. Oh, hello, who are you? Sunnular Science, and then we got these over here. You're in quite a low orbit. You're also in quite a low orbit. But what I want to see is these. Yeah, they're all coming down close to me. Constantly remind you about PRPG. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's go cruising to the floor. Slightly worried, as I'm sure you can imagine. I feel like I kind of want to make a burn. If I turn that off in that direction. Slowing down, but also lofting. Yeah, full throttle, that's good. You know, I might also just want to slow down. Look at how far out that is. Burning the fuel, burning the fuel. Okay, well, I mean, I can't do much more than that. That's... oh, wait, bam. I see what's going on there. Loft and pull, loft and pull. 10% burn long. Hopefully this is now not going to be too harsh on the landing. That's what I'm mostly worried about, is this landing. Not just the landing, worried about the science containers. Do I have any ideas that are happening? People who have been playing around with the genetic blueprints of an entire species, or well, not entire species, but entire groups of people to try and make new species that worship them, but actually all goes horribly wrong, as you would imagine it would. Or people that have, I mean, we've done the zombie thing already. Yeah, I've got a few ideas. Radial out, maybe. Not hitting the atmosphere yet. Looks like I actually want to do one of these as well. Oh, look at that. This one, and that one, and this one, and we're just going to try not explode here. Right, well, we're gonna lose the landing gear. Not landing gear. Going to lose the solar panels. I'm all right with that. Burning in hot, but it's going well. In fact, surface velocity of less than 1.5 kilometers is pretty good. Still burning hard, losing as much velocity as we can. Would you be for genetically engineered cat girls? But probably. Throw that away. Hopefully this is now enough to slow us down properly. How can we induce more lift? I mean, I don't really want to induce more lift. I just want to parachute down now. And we want to kind of go backwards if possible. See how I'm pushing these lines out that way? I'd really like to steer back before we go too far away. I don't know what classes is too far away, but I feel like we're getting there. They would be like robots, but for weebs. Yeah. I'm all up for weeb culture. Back at hentai confirmed. You got me, man. You got me. I like weebs. They make me laugh. Okay, we're gonna turn this back. I think this is actually gonna get turned back by the time we get halfway down. We're gonna be on the coast rather than actually where we want to be, but obviously I would prefer it if we'd like perfectly touched down on the launch pad, but it's going well. I don't like the size of these shadows. It has to be said. Oh no, did they all open at 2 kilometers? Oh no, that's just the drogues. That's alright. That's just the drogues. Okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to do any more steering of the actual ship now. There's a YouTube guy who used sponsorship money to commission porn of a character from a game he was reviewing. I mean, like, great. I have got nothing against sexual content on the internet. Just not on my channel, you know. Alright, this is going well, but we are in Kerbal plummet program. For real, making a new subspecies of human basically as fetish fuel might be one of the more fudged up things humanity can do. It's definitely what's going to happen, though. Think about it. If you were given the option, actually think about it. Unlike your government. Yeah, that is a very interesting thing. I'm not giving them my credit card details. I'll tell you that much. All right, here we go. Coming down to the last little bit. I'm gonna class this as good enough, right? There is a lot of lonely guys, you know that. You know that. I'm gonna class this one as close enough for a recover. Are you going to be an American? You may be an American, maybe a German. I don't know. Opera, however you want to say it. That browser comes with a built-in VPN. I just happen to be using like that browser anyway. Not really using the VPN, not for anything normally. But yeah, I mean, like, it's just so many ways around. No one's really given any thought to this. All right, so here we go. 75 science, 30 science, 3 science. That's pretty cool. Got ourselves back up to the 1.2 million, and Dogun is ready for next time. Let's go into the R&D. We are trying to find actuators. We need advanced motors, which I think we might actually have somewhere. Where would advanced motors be? There. Heavy lifting, advanced motors. Why does this not have a line? Oh, you see this line here? It goes back. Okay, that's pretty rubbish. As this go, like, that wants to move forwards. Yeah, a bunch of stuff there. Bunch of stuff. Oh, we were going to have a look down here. This is the storage technology. That's cool. Hydroponics. There's the first farm. That's the first thing we can give Jeb. The other thing I want to do is have a look at how much it costs to upgrade, because we can't do anything until we upgrade this, right? Bam, we're gonna do it. All right, we did it. Makes you gonna lie about how water is wet. Oh. Okay, so that's still not actuated. That's because we've got to go through all this lot. So there's that one. What I'm actually looking for, where's the field science? This is a thing that we have to do. Heavy lifting. Somewhere there is, as soon as I find it, the science bay, the science lab, and that's the one that we need to work towards at some point. But we've got a bunch of beginning science here, none of which we can actually unload because unlock, sorry, because we haven't got the actual science for it. We're gonna have to figure out a nice high return science mission at some point. I'm definitely feeling another Minmus mission. We've got some advanced aerodynamics, high altitude flight up here. Tiny propulsion systems, they're nice. And finally, heavy lift rockets. That is totally what I would buy if I had it. That is totally what I would buy if I had it. But I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure. I will see you guys next time. I think Saturday, I don't know what we're going to do Saturday. We'll have a little discussion in the Discord. We'll figure out exactly what it's going to be. I have no firm plans in mind right now, but that doesn't mean I won't do in a moment. But I will see you then when we're going to do that.